Hi everyone, so in this video we're going to be talking about the first line of defense, and this is one of the most important parts of our immune response. We'll be looking at it within the context of Module 7, and I'll break it down clearly so you know exactly what you need to write in your exams. So what is the first line of defense? This is essentially a system of barriers that our body has in place to prevent the entry of pathogens into the body. And we call it a part of our innate immune response, meaning that it's very non-specific and every pathogen will essentially be treated the same under this line of response. We have different physical barriers that are in place in the first line. So firstly, we'll look at the skin. Our skin is a physical barrier. It helps separate our internal environment with the external environment. And it's made out of epithelial cells. So the outer layer has these little cells that are really tightly packed together. And this, of course, is a barrier and helps prevent the entry of pathogens into the body. Along with that, we also have keratin as part of our skin, and this helps make it very tough and waterproof. This is a really key concept here as well, because a lot of pathogens prefer a very moist environment to grow and survive on. It being waterproof acts as a defense mechanism. Our skin also sheds quite regularly, so if there is a buildup of pathogens, we can get rid of it by shedding. And lastly, it is a dry surface, so this is also quite unfavorable for the growth of microbes. Next, we'll look at mucous membranes. So you'll find this in different parts of our body. And the whole point is that they secrete the substance called mucus. Mucus is very thick, so pathogens can get trapped in it, and then our body will find a way to expel the mucus that has this trapped pathogen. So it can be either through coughing it out, sneezing it out, or swallowing. And lastly, we have cilia. So cilia are these very tiny hair-like structures. You find them on our respiratory tract, and they tie in with the mucous membrane here. So they will try and beat and sweep any mucus that has our trapped pathogens in there. It will try and get rid of it. For example, if you have mucus in your lungs, it's trapped some pathogens, then the cilia will be there to help move the mucus up and away to our throat so that we can cough it out, sneeze it out, or swallow it. Next, we'll look at some chemical barriers, and acids and enzymes will be the main ones, but I'll also dive into a few others. So what you really want to remember here is that an acidic environment is very unfavorable or is hostile for pathogens. And our body has different regions that are quite acidic. So firstly, our stomach. So by nature, it has a low pH. The whole point of it will be to digest and break down food, but it also helps to break down any pathogens that we have also ingested. So the vagina by nature is also quite acidic, and this is because of the microflora that we have there. So microflora are the community of microorganisms that are naturally found in our body, and they can be quite beneficial for us. They help us with a lot of functions, but they also create competition for different nutrients and resources against pathogens. Next, we have enzymes. So for example, lysozymes, and these will help break down the cell membrane or cell walls of different pathogens. And you'll find them in tears, saliva, and nasal secretions. Next, the skin is also quite acidic, and it's because of these different components that are found there. And once again, acidic environments, they are unfavorable and hostile for the growth and survival of our pathogens. More specifically, this is a component you'll find in the skin. This is what it looks like, and it's essentially a waxy and oily secretion. It does different things. So it creates a waterproof layer, which we know prevents the growth of pathogens that prefer the moist environment. It also creates an acidic environment, which we know is unfavorable for our pathogens. Therefore, it helps inhibit the growth of different bacteria and fungi. So we've done a summary today, but each week we dive into each syllabus dot point in detail, where I'll give you specific HSC practice questions, notes, and feedback so that you can be consistently improving throughout the term. So if you are interested, check out the description down below, and let's make biology your best subject this year.